In Good Shape, your health magazine on DW, featuring an interview with a different expert every week.
Not that long ago, doctors put patients after surgery to bed, say, get some bed rest to recover more easily. That's what they believed. But nowadays we know that it's better to get patients out of the bed and to exercise even after surgery. So why is that changed, Dr. Baumann?
Well, it changed because we got the knowledge that each organ needs a special amount of stimuli. But when you immobilize your joints, for example, in a cast, you will see that the muscle decrease. So the idea is that we try to avoid the decrease in function, and therefore we train as early as possible and try to get very fast results for the participation in daily life.
But you say doctors should go even a step further, not just to try to remain the function, but to heal diseases with the aid of sport. So what kind of diseases can be healed with sport?
Physical activity means an increase in the amount of metabolism and therefore in preventing the formation of fat. When you have muscles, you have energy tanks in the muscles, and these energy tanks need exercise to become empty. And when you don't exercise, the tanks are still full, and that means that you have an increase in glucose, blood glucose concentration, you have an increase in insulin production. The so-called visceral fat is responsible for the formation of biochemical messenger substances. We call it in the comic language bad guys. And these bad guys destroy different organs by different pathways. And the effect of physical activity, of muscle activity, is that during muscle contraction there are other biochemical substances released from the muscle which act as good guys. Then it's not so important to lose weight, but it's important to become fit. And therefore we say it's better to be fit and fat than slim and lazy.
So good health is not about being slender. Why is that?
Well, the most important players in this game are the good guys from the contracting muscles. They fight against the bad guys from the fat, and this bad guys are responsible for hypertension, for diabetes, for osteoporosis, and therefore it's better to exercise than to try to become slim. And that's why we have to encourage our obese patients to exercise and not to reduce weight.
That's very good news. So how much exercise do you need to do?
You have a minimum amount of about 15 minutes per day. Moderate walking is enough to get the first significant results and improvements.
Dr. Baumann, what's better, cardio or weights?
In former years, we believed that, especially for patients with cardiovascular diseases, only endurance training is worth, because there are some side effects of strength training, for example, an increase in blood pressure and so on. In the meantime, we know that both parts of training are very important, but for a normal beginner, an untrained beginner, I think it's not necessary to separate between these two types of training, because each normal fitness training consists of both parts. Much more important is to take into consideration that coordination training.
And what kind of diseases can you actually heal or make better with endurance
training?
Well,
you should ask the question another way: which diseases are not influenced by physical activity? And we know that nearly all, especially the chronic, the non-communicable diseases, are very are ideal diseases to treat them with exercise. Hypertension, the cardiovascular diseases like heart attack or myocardial infarction or stroke, as well as the metabolic diseases like the diabetes or fat metabolism disturbances, as well as osteoporosis and even the dementia and any degenerative diseases of the neuro system. So we have a big lot of diseases which all are influenced by physical activity.
And what about the right dose of the physical activity? I mean, is it enough when you brush your teeth in the morning that you just do some jumping during that, or some squats during brushing your teeth?
One leg squats during teeth brushing is a very useful exercise for improvement of the coordinative abilities. But each calorie counts. That means the higher the amount of calorie you burn during a day, the higher is the preventive and therapeutic effect. And the minimum amount is about 10 to 15 minutes moderate walking. But when you burn more calories, then you will have much better effects.
We've got a lot of viewer questions. One is from Belgium, Fahidat Zabak. She lives there and she goes for a run 3 times a week. And she's got a trainer, and the trainer told her what the pace she has to run in, what the ideal heart rate is. And she wants to lose weight, but she's not losing weight at all. So what seems to be the problem?
Well, most likely it's the problem that the running intensity is too low. Therefore, we recommend in such situations to make a performance diagnosis test to find out the optimum individual heart rates. And when it's done, for example, by measurement of lactic acid concentration in a drop which is taken from the earlobe during exercise. And after such a test, you will get very, very good information regarding your optimum heart rates. And when this lady will do such a test, I'm quite sure they will lose weight because she will run in a higher intensity.
Okay, so do you work out on a regular basis?
I take care that I'm physically active all day. I have my step counter, and so I control my physical activities.
Thank you, Dr. Brahman, for being with me today on In Good Shape.